Welcome back to another segment of the Don't Dialogue Show, and with me here today is Brian Silweyz.
Yes.
Vile
inafaa Brian Silweyz, one and only.
Yeah, so he's a human rights defender, and we're going to, and he's also a spoken word artist.
I'm a spoken word artist, then human rights advocate. Spoken word alafu nini.
But I've seen, maybe you can say hi to my babe before we dash into the conversation.
Yeah, wanatucheki. What's up, beautiful people? My name is Brian Silweyz. I'm an urban spoken word artist, a human rights advocate, and of course, a top stylist at Brio Looks, and I'm a proud Nax vegan. Nimetoka Nakuru. Watu wangu wa Nakuru in the building, maze. Shout out. Alafu wangeshia na fresh and clean. Maze. Waka fit. Hata mimi nataka kama hii.
Asante.
Utanionyesha plug.
Utakuonyesha plug wangu. Ako tu hapa nje.
Safi.
So, it's actually one of our partners alifanya kipindi hapa Life and Style Tiara.
I hope ulimulipa. Huku mwambie utamshout out kwa TV.
Hapana, before even they came on board, I had got this one. I wore it on my graduation day actually.
Congratulations. Uli graduate? Master's degree ama nini? Bachelor?
Bachelor's degree.
Bachelor si mtu mwenye ana bibi?
Brand new square. I can already tell this is going to be an interesting conversation.
Of course, when I'm in the building.
Mambo ni furaha kila asubuhi.
Vile inafaa.
So, I think, there's somebody that introduced me to you, anaitwa Martin Lunalo.
Yes, sir.
He's also a feminist.
Is he?
He is like
Martin Lunalo.
He's an activist.
Shukran sana kwa kuni link up na mtu fulani amazing. Martin mimi namjua, they run a CBO called Rico, where they champion for safer abortion and rights of people through advocacy, and Martin is doing a really good job. Even last week they were doing a march back in Nakuru for the championing for the safer abortion and the GBV rights and story to do with femicide. And shout out to Martin, manze, you're doing a good job with your team.
So there's that issue. I know you also advocate for women rights as well.
Yeah. Not as well. Yes, I do.
Highly,
manze. If we don't protect our women, manze, who will, manze? We are, kama si wanawake hatungekuwa hapa. So natambua.
Nakwambia these two men, these are the two men wenye nimepatana nao sasa wenye who speak highly of women.
Yes.
Najua ni wengi huko nje, but these two hawaogopi. They are afraid, nyewe wawili hamuogopi kabisa.
Sasa utaogopa aje kuongelelea mwanamke na mwanamke ndiye amefanya ukue hapa, man. Without women there's no amazing meal on the table. Without women, let's empower women, because women really do a lot of work, manze.
Men should empower their women, whether your wife, your sister, without feeling kama ni competition. Ifai kukaa kama ni competition.
Empower women.
And women should be empowered, right?
Yeah, like empower women, because na wanawake wanakamu sana, like ukiingia siku hizi hata kama ofisi pia. They are sitting on the table, manze, wako hapo kwa decision making board. Look at you, manze. Niko hapa kate si of you. Mbona nisiku empower? Na mbona nisifightie rights zako, manze, na wendo unaniweka kwa screen, man. Manze, so empower your woman, manze.
We are here
fight for the right of every woman and fight for the right of every individual.
I'll be honest with you.
Yes.
Kama si wewe kuniambia that kuna those health reproductive rights. Singeenda kufind more information about the same.
Uko unajua?
Like I knew they were there, but sikufikira it's a biggie. I didn't know it's a big issue. It's such a broad issue that women really need to be aware of.
Health reproductive rights zinakuwa affect either you are a man or you are a woman. So everyone needs to know their rights, health reproductive rights. Because most of you guys unapatanga like basically health reproductive rights is rights to do whatever you want to do with your body, when, where and to who you want to love. It's your body. Now you have the right to do whatever you want with your body, and the government should let you do that. The society should let you do that. Whoever you want to love is your right. When you want to love is your right. Where you want to love is your right, you know. And everyone should respect that. Maybe they might disagree, but they respect. Manze, ukitaka kunipenda, mzazi wako afai from loving me. You know, it's your body and it's your right. And every right matters. Yeah.
And maybe you can tell us the difficulties women face largely when it comes to protecting their
rights.
Yeah, their rights when it comes to in relation to health.
Yeah, there are stereotypes, you know. First of all, health reproductive rights mostly na women. Kwanza, women need to be allowed to access contraceptives. You need to give birth when you are ready to give birth. Not when you are forced to give birth. Because even most pregnancies, teenage pregnancies, is a forced sex. Manze, and then after forced sex, what do those people tell you? To go for abortion. And when you go for abortion, on the other hand, they are saying abortion is illegal. Now, we are advocating for a safer abortion. There is a safer abortion. You go to the hospital. When this girl, she isn't ready to bear that child, you know, she can go for a safer abortion in the hospital. But because that person who has maybe raped you or maybe have assaulted you, they don't want people know about that. What do they tell you? Wanakupeleka vichocho, kwa kwak. And then when they take you there, your health is at risk. You know, you can get infections, you can get diseases, you can even die, manze. So we are advocating for a safer abortion. So first of all, that's where contraceptive comes in, you know. Allow women to access contraceptive. It's not a taboo, bana. Sindio, it's not a taboo, ama. So allow them to access because they are denied. Unapata, maybe for example, wife yangu, sina wife though. For example, wife yangu, tuseme, manze, hataki kujifungua. So akienda kwa daktari for contraceptive, daktari ananipigia niambia niaje. For example, wangeshia kwa hapa na nataka kufanya ile naambia daktari usimkubalie, and then unapata msia anazaka kama hataki. Allow women to access contraceptive. Secondly, nizo stories are abortion, manze. Even I will call them out, you know. Even leaders, those religious leaders, una find sometimes there are cases of rape, and because they are wanajulikana sana in the society, they don't wataki wase wajue tabia zao, wanaforce madem kwenda kuavia mimba. Na wanawaforce because wataki kujulikana, wanawapeleka kwa njia za kinyume, unacheki. Na hizo njia za kinyume ziko na madhara mingi sana. So unapata huyo dem life yake inakuwa at risk. So there where we are championing for safe abortion, manze. Safe abortion. Abortion bana, wacha kuona abortion ni kama tabu, to be honest. Hizo za huko, and let me tell you, stopping our women from accessing safe abortion doesn't mean they will stop aborting. It means they will go for the wrong methods of abortion. You need to know that. So that's another challenge women face. Another challenge women face to fighting their rights, pia ni hiyo ya kuchoose who you want to love. Society ndio ina decide nani utapenda. Na society si wewe, test ya society si test yangu. Test ya society si test yako, ama aje. Pengine unapenda wase wana, you know, society inataka unioe jumeni wa kijiji yenu na inakuforce. So hiyo pia ni challenge nyingine, and then wataki kupewa hiyo chance ya kujiongea. So unapata mse kama mimi mwenye niko na platform kama hii, I champion for their rights. So women face a lot of issues, women face a lot of problems to do with their menstrual periods, you know, their menstrual health. Women rep wanakula pesa ya sodo, wewe unaenda kulipia helipad badala ununulie msichana pads, wewe. Yeah, they face a lot of challenges. Yeah.
And maybe how have you been able to incorporate your advocacy for
health reproductive rights
and usanii wako wa
spoken word. Sasa mimi siongeangi sana. So mimi when I see things mimi I'm introvert. So mimi siongeangi sana. Na spoken word sana. So first of all, the inspiration of my pieces come from what I see. From what is happening around me. I have sisters, you know, I have friends, female friends, I have colleagues, I have workmates, you know, I have our moms, you know, my fans, most of them are women. So I see what happens, and then when I see what happens, I internalize. And I'm like, how can I advocate for this? You know, mimi sasa siwezi enda kwa street. As the fact that I'm a human right advocate, siwezi enda kwa street na nini. Placard. So, yeah, placard. So, mi natumia ile platform niko nayo na of which ni spoken word. So, I write. You know, and one good friend of mine said, shout out to Willie Oeba. He said, for you to speak the truth, you must be funny or else they will kill you. So, lazima nijue venye na. So for example, naweza sema there's this piece I did as a dedication to the health reproductive rights. It says I am a human, but most importantly I am a woman. So maybe when you see me behaving childish, it's a reminder that kuna jina mwanamke. I gave birth to you so that you can touch my life. Lakini usiniguze. So brother, tuheshimiane. Ikifika point of tukidisagree, inaweza fika point of correction. But ikipersist ifike point of erection, usinibake. Tunaishi kwa generation kila boy anataka kuitwa daddy, ironically huyo mtoto akizaliwa wewe si babake. Whom I choose to love should be the reason behind my happiness, not the reason behind bars nikikula maharagwe. We will keep on taking this conversation lightly until huyo mwanafunzi akuwe mjamzito nauliza. Between matter of death and life, do we still choose safe abortion ama kifo? Nitafue li conversation mpaka ifike Dangote aliko. Nasema, wezi ni gay any opinion about kazi umefanya kama mwanasiasa? Because you're always busy on more affairs zenye zina affect lesbians. Yeah.
Wow. Nasikia your point. That nimesikia hiyo ya hata ikifika point ya correction, tusifike kwa yani you are trying to
inasema tukidisagree inaweza fika point of correction,
yeah.
But ikipersist ifike point of erection, usinibake.
Yeah, exactly. That point mnasikia brains tupu.
Brains manze, brains.
You know it's something I've seen your poster.
Nice.
And that poster I saw you've placed your image inside
a woman. Yeah. It's it's a Afrocentric kind of the post of my event. Yeah. Because I champion for equality, you know. I champion for equality. A Vangi life experience is for two people, a man and a woman. So a man is me and there's that woman who is you. I'm representing you as well. So I want you to feel represented. Yeah, when I'm normal, kumbe uliona watu wengi wajaona hiyo post.
Nili realize that it's a pattern, it's like a pattern overlay.
Yeah.
Na nimeona you're uko ndani ya the lady.
Yeah, manze. I came from a woman, yo.
That is ulitoa pia idea?
Your idea, brains. Shout out to Brayo. Brayo is my plug wa graphics palevo and Tony. Shout out to you guys, man. I want the brains behind that, but me nawapelekeanga ideas and then one execute. But the overly ideally ni women to be represented, you know. Hey, it's a Vangi life experience and you know everyone is included. Yeah.
And so I was thinking as a graphic designer, mpaka nilikaa even nika-analyze hiyo poster.
By the way, ni graphic designer, unadu printing. Najua. Ukaona, hey, nikikuletea ungenifanya hivyo.
I have never thought of something like that, but I was seated there and I was thinking, this guy must be so yani women wanamuinspire sana kama alikaa chini akafikiria something like that.
My mom is my biggest inspiration. So she's a woman. So I look at her and I'm like, yo, this woman must feel nice in future, you know, and the future is now. So yeah, I'm really inspired by women, you know. Yeah, wanawake kwa jumla.
Okay, but then Brand, uko advocate for the health, reproductive rights, especially for women, because I feel women ndo wanakuwa highly affected na these issues. Okay. Is it from an experience, a bad experience that you had, ama you just felt it was inside of you and you had to do it?
As I told you, most people who support me are women. So I meet a lot of them in the street, you know. I like watching documentaries, I see stories. It's there in the news every day. Yeah. Sijui nani amebakwa, mwanafunzi, mtoto I have sisters, you know. And these stories are there. Sijui mtoto yake amefukuzwa shule, mtoto yako home kwa sababu hawezi afford sanitary pads, you know. And the office bearer wako tu hapo, unajua. So kuna wase wenye hata wajui, by the way, hizo pads ni right yao. Unajua hiyo ni right yako. Kuna mse ajui choosing who you want to love as long as you uko 18 and above ni right yako. Unajua kuna wase wanapo in prison because they chose to love another person of maybe the same gender, you know. Hiyo ni right yako. Unaget? Na ufai kufungwa kwa sababu unanifunga aje kwa right ya mwili wangu jamani, to be honest. Kuna msi ajui ni right yake. So nika realize there is more. So as an advocate, as a human right advocate, I advocate for the right of every individual. Journalists wananyimwa freedom of press. Wakiambiwa ile freedom kidogo walipewa, walitumia kuunda salamu. Ama ndo maana mnaitwa wanahabari. Discrimination won't come to an end if at all Hamisi Hamadi. You see? Na champion even for journalists. Wow. Na champion even tunaishi kwa government yenye mwizi wa simu anauliwa. By the way kuna mwizi alivi. Wezi wa simu mwache hiyo tabia. Mwizi wa simu anauliwa. Anapigwa na mob justice anakufa. Mwizi wa milioni, ule mwenye MP mwenye aliba mamilioni, ule gavana mwenye aliba mabilioni amekaa tu. So nataka kuniambia wizi wa simu ni kubwa kuliko wizi wa mabilioni. 10 million inaweza nunua simu ngapi?
A lot of phones. Simu
mingi sana. Lakini gava imetu brainwash, tunaona mwizi wa kuku ndo mwizi, lakini mwizi wa mamilioni si mwizi. Mwizi mwenye huyo women rep mwenye ameiba hizo pesa za sanitary towel, huyo si mwizi. Unacheki? So tuna advocate hata mwizi yako na right. Anafaa shikwe, afungwe, asiuli. Because kama mwizi anauliwa, mbona mjenda kuwa gavana wenyu mwenye aliba pesa za CDF? Mbona wewe? So every right every life matters. So that's what I do. So I'm inspired with what I see, and as I said, I have sisters, I have friends, I have women around me, and I see these stories even on the news. I read newspapers, and these stories are there, man. There. So I advocate for that, so that when you wanafaa kutekeleza hiyo jukumu iwafikie. Yeah.
So there is this one last question you may pop up as we wind up.
Okay.
You've mentioned the issue of contraceptives, and is the contraceptives even in public hospitals zinauzwa? Some things that should be free to these young girls when sometimes young girls tunaogopa even to approach our mothers to kuambia I'm now sexually active, how do I go about it? Maybe you can tell us briefly as we wind up. Junambo na producer time. We have got like 4 minutes.
Producer anasema time na sijapigia watu wangu show producer bana.
Yeah, so tuambie what's your opinion on that? Should the contraceptives be free or they should be for sale?
Contraceptive to be free or for sale? Me I will say they should be accessible. Yeah. They should be accessible. Yeah.
Watu wache kuitishwa, because I know in public hospitals without kitabu ya kuonyesha we ni mama, ile kitabu ya clinic, most of the times utapata hizo contraceptives.
Unajua pia zikikuwa free zitakuwa pia misused at some point pia, pengine watu wenye waja, and pia they are not that good, sometimes they affect other people. So me, I will just say they should be accessible and it should not be a taboo, like for them to use that. As we wind up.
Sasa as we wind up, patia watu wako shout out.
Hey, shout out. First of all, thank you all for watching. Thank you for giving me this chance.
Yeah.
Nitasisitiza as a way to say no to stress. Depression haina form. Itakukosesha usingizi kwa hiyo mattress. Landlord wana plot na ma-agent vile wata make my night sleepless. Extra pressure. Nikipata padlock extra kwa mlango. Elimu ni ufunguo wa maisha lakini si wa mlango. So hapa education keys ni useless. Hata uwe na more spice we useless. Whether in the past or present, relax, sustain, don't stay wondering what to do. Stay hydrated because water is source of life, but life is not source of water. Omba kazi na wasko pia ukate maji lakini usikate kakwota. Kabla ulewe chakari, ulhepa option ya soda. Mrembo, kuachwa na utaachwa. So unalilia mbegu ya boyfriend akutaki nikao ujune za pata jeans kwa toja. Na bro kama umeunga kwa gym hapana tumia mapenzi ya kifua. Hawa rembo wanaweza kuacha juu ya msi ameunga kwa toja. So looking down on a black woman to impress a white man, now that's a man who lacks both sense and humor. I'm talking about black woman. Use your hands to clap, not to slap that woman. Na dress wale wanaume huita madem sura kiatu yet you can't afford that ndula. I wish ningetoa whole album about those single mom who took responsibility ya kuwa both mom na Buddha. Nasema empower women to work. Like Nigeria more abudu. Because even prayers do work regardless ya lugha. Nasema tell my mama not to worry about employment because she already did more than enough during that labor. She's a 10 over 10 but again one of a kind. I think you should be featured in that story of 10 leper. I'm talking about women who make the world better. I'm talking about women who never appeared in that newsroom or that history book or that newspaper. Is she a female version of DJ Khaled? Go ahead and say her name. After much said and done, don't wait for April to celebrate her. Celebrate her every day. Because if sky's the limit, don't deny her that plane. So nasema mrembo. After God gave you gift ya kuchora unaona tu saba ndo kitu unaweza chora. Chorea hiyo story. You and I know that when one is high and they lie, eyes itamuza sana sana kaa yuko macho. So nasema fund with or without uniform sare kujudge my youth hata kama wame dress to kill. These looks are deceiving. People dying because you want to earn a living. Na kijana pesa ya pombe isifanye unyonge watu juu ya kuwaibia. Nimerepi word kuliko MCA wako juu maneno ya ubakaji sitaki kusikia. Wacha salamu. Uchumi ni mbaya unaweza toka shopping without getting a good buy. Mafuta inatoka chini ndo price yake imekuwa the most high. Tutazidi kuluza hope if at all njando kitu tunaweza shinda. Kupata tiba ina shida kama kibogo yalipewa pure kushiba. Free education sasa ndo bure kabisa. Nina monthly period hedhi nazuia wa girls kuelimika. Paint our schools at least to pass na flying colors. Nasema story go, story come. Na story come, story go. At story go, story come. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brian Silweyz and on 21st of April, Manze Wangishi, come for a Vangi live experience at Bison Hotel. Ticket goes for 500 only for advance and Wangishi will be in the building, si ndio? Na timu yako yote mzima, si ndio?
Tutatry nitaongea na Paul tujue kama ataacha mtu mwingine hapo kwa machine. Tufike hivyo Bison.
Faraja TV to the world.
Thank you so much.
Ama unataka nikuongezee piece nyingine? Naweza kupea moja bonus.
Sasa hiyo utanipata behind the scenes.
So utaki mafans wajue hiyo piece.
Wangeshi
usikue mchoyo.
Siko mchoyo. Issue ni Paul. Paul ameniambia time.
Mafans wangu tutaanda Paul next time. Don't worry. But I love you so much. Thank you for holding my hand. Thank you for this chance. Is out there manze, champion for health reproductive rights, because you know what, health reproductive rights are human rights.
I think you should be here for another session before the event.
Before the event? Na rehearsals?
No, you huwezi kosa 1 hour.
Tunapigia hapa rehearsals vile inafaa. Tunafaa tuwape show moja serious. Na mawadau Wangeshi ni mtiaji. Wangeshi alikuwa ameniambia wanao. Sijui kumeenda aje.
Unaelewa time sengine unashindwa.
Shout out to Mr. Lunalo and the team and everyone who made this happen. Sindio? And Wangeshi also. We empowering women manze. Hiyo piece nimepiga ya Black Women History Month was dedicated to you and all women out there. Remember April is
21st.
Yeah, manze. April 21st and also April we celebrate Black women. Wow. It's a Black Women History Month. And to all the women out there, you know, love you so much.
So thank you so much, Brian, for coming.
YouTube, Brian Silweyz. TikTok, Brian Silweyz. Facebook, Brian Silweyz. Instagram, Brian Silweyz. Silweyz ni SILWEYZ.
Mmeona introvert?
Mimi ni mu-introvert maze.
Aongeangi sana.
Spendi kubonga. Shout out to my mom. I love you so much.
Unde introvert. If this is an introvert, then I don't know me ni nani sasa.
Wewe ni extrovert.
Hapana, mimi si extrovert, Brian.
Kweli? Hii conversation tu ndio ningepiga peace lakini unajipenda.
Hapana, sijipendi, Brian. Thank you so much for coming, and to all our fans who are tuned in today on this particular show, thank you so much for always showing up and tuning in to this morning show. Today is on Thursday. Na leo kama Thursday, we always have our podcast from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Inakuwa live pale Facebook. So make sure to support my team. Watumie those messages. You see those questions, raw and unfiltered. Those conversations are the ones that we have here on Faraja TV, live on our Facebook page every Tuesday and every Thursday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And to everybody that made this show a success, Paul and your team, everybody, our guest for the day, thank you so much for coming. Hadi kesho, God bless you. Na WRC imeanza. So watu wenye wanakimbia Vasha, wakimbia. Watu wenye tunabaki for Easter holidays,
Wangeshi tunabaki na wewe.
Mimi ni Easter ipewe sifa.
Lakini unajua rafiki yangu ili anasema waliomsulubisha Yesu ndio wanasherehekea Pasaka. Shout out to Willy Oeba in the building. Willy atakuwa the building.
Thank you so much everybody for watching. Hadi kesho, God bless you, see you then. Na msiende Vasha mtuache hapa kama mtu watch. Tafadhali. Some of us remain.
So watumie link wa watch manze.
Hapana, wasiende Vasha. Wangoje wakae tu na sisi.
Hapana, watu waende na Vasha. Hata mimi nimeenda na Vasha.